Dorcus titanus from Palawan. I have a female in this box since more than 2 months. I thought that she has mated with a male that is still living, and I will go through the substrate today, look whether the female is still living, whether we see some signs of larvae or the egg laying process, and then we decide what we want to do with it. Now if we open this, what we can see here, one sign is typical. There's no sign that she has eaten a lot of the beetle jellies in here that I have presented to her. Also the watermelon looks a little bit untouched, but what we can see here are these holes. Here's one, here's another one, and here underneath this piece of wood there is a tunnel going down to the substrate. So if we are lucky, we can find the female down there, or we find some signs that she laid eggs. Also here probably you can see there's another hole here, and this side another one in the edge. So the female crawls around and dives down to see whether there's a nice piece of wood where she can lay their eggs. So now let's see what we find here. First I would like to try to take this piece of wood out of the box, and then we closely examine that piece to see whether we have some signs that the female went down. Look, this is a tunnel that goes completely through the block of wood here. That's a tunnel right through the block of wood. She didn't make the the way around it. She just has eaten herself through the wood block. So this wood is of course soft, so that she can go very easily through this block, and we will see whether she has deposited some eggs in this block. Also here you see some tunnels that she made through the block, and we can of course try to open it, pieces of it now here, to see whether there are some larvae in there. But if we don't see any signs now at this moment, I suggest to leave the piece like this and closely watch it in about 2 months when the eggs that have been laid until now or have hatched. And then we go a little bit deeper into this substrate, because also on the bottom of this box I have put some wood pieces. We will have a look whether we find them here, and whether we also see signs of the female where she is at the moment. This was an experimental thing, yeah, but look, it happened as we thought it would. The experimental thing is that I presented them this kimchi bottle with a window hole on the top, as I've shown you when preparing the breeding boxes from Phalocrognathus. And as you can see here, the female went through this kimchi block, and we see one larva here and one larva here, and we will and they are already L2 that you can see from outside, and that's a pretty easy way to also make Dorcus titanus palavanicus lay their eggs. You don't need this very valuable pieces of white rotten kunuki wood or whatever you use to use this kind of compressed sterile kimchi bottles, and you will have success. We will go through that in a moment. I can show you the larva here through the window. So that's very nice, and that's also very nice because now I know that this method with the kimchi bottle with the window on the top, this is very good for these kind of stag beetles. I don't know. Oh, look, the female that I didn't see. Look, where's the female? Here she is. You only see part of her, the back, Pygidium looking out of this bottle. Here it is, you know. So if we try to take her out now, because she laid a lot of eggs already here, we will try to take her out of this kimchi bottle, because we don't need her in here anymore. And it's better to give her another kimchi bottle than to let her go into this thing. And sometimes, if they have a lack of protein, they even eat up their own children, and that's what I don't want. That she's doing here. I'll try to take her out, but of course, look, I think we open the box now, so we can take out the larvae, and we can also take out the female. So what I do, if I see that there's no larva on top here, I can go with a knife very carefully through the bottle. So, like this, so I don't hurt one. And now, well, let's see what is in here. Now if we open that, that's a really astonishing look. That's the tunnel, and that's a tunnel the female made through the kimchi bottle. And here she laid a lot of eggs. You see here there's one, there's an egg positioned exactly on the border to the kimchi bottle. And here there's an L2 larva. What I do is, these now, I have prepared some kimchi boxes for them, just in case I find a larva, but now I'm a little bit astonished that they are already this big after 2 months. So, as you know, I prepare these boxes as I show you now here. Just make a hole on top, and then I put the larva, a little bit of the original substrate that smells like home, and then put this larva in. That's it. So next generation of Torcus Titanus palavanicus is on their way. I will have to pay attention. There are 2 eggs here. Look, there's 1 egg is here. You see it. It's the female also made a little cavity around the egg, positioned it into it, and now I have to think what I will do. I try to take the egg out so very carefully with a piece of the surrounding material, so that I don't lose the way and structure she positioned it, so that I can put this egg in a little box to save it until it hatches. And now there's another egg here, I see. That's one here. Now I will also take this out the same way, and look, now she's looking out of the substrate here, the female. That's her. In the tunnel here. Now I try to take her out. Now here she is, in full length. That's a beautiful, nice female of Torcus Titanus palavanicus in the middle of the kimchi bottle. What I don't do, I don't put her now, right now, into the box with the male, because the males can sometimes be very aggressive, and I put her into a box that I prepare for both of them, so that they can meet here again and mate. So now the female is here in this special box. I think it over whether I will mate her again, because sometimes the males can kill the female, and I have to calculate the risk that the male kills already fertilized female. That would be a pity. So let's think about it later. Now we go through the substrate very carefully to see whether there are some more eggs in this substrate. but I have seen more larvae, so I will see where they are. It's not only one that I've seen from outside. I've seen some more. There's a telephone ringing, but now, in the middle of a TV show, you don't take your telephone normally, you know, but of course, if it's the President of the United States or Mr. Putin, I will probably take the phone. So, now have a look. We have already 3 eggs here. And now let's look where are the other larvae. Here's one and more. Also, it's already an L2. Where's it here? Already L2. That's nice. So the female must have been in this substrate not the first time, because now, as we have seen, she laid some eggs now, but we find some L2 larvae next to them, so that means she has been here around 1 month ago already in the bottle, and that's why the larvae came out here. That's another one here. Smaller one, also, but also L2. So it seems that in the first time she ran through this bottle, there's another egg here. First time she ran through this bottle, she laid about 3 eggs, so we find 3 larvae, and now the second time she's in there, she already laid 4 eggs. So now what I do, I have another kimchi bottle here, a little one. I fill it up a little bit with the substrate from the original kimchi bottle, and also here I make a hole in it. And of course this kimchi bottle will not last very long, but I can keep the L2 larva in here for, let's say, about a month or so, and then I check whether it's a male or a female, and then we will decide whether we give them a bigger box like a 5 liter or a smaller box like 500 milliliter. That would be enough for a female. So larvae goes in here, we close it again, that's it. So that's it. And now the eggs. What do we do with the eggs? I will put them into this small kind of boxes, probably the same, so that I can see from outside what the egg is doing here. So I press it to the wall, fill it up with the original substrate, and then we have to go back to this little box in around 1 month to see whether these eggs have hatched. I do the same now with all of the 4 eggs that I've seen. Here's the second one. I put it to the wall so I can see through, and I fill it up with the original substrate. I have to pay attention that there are no worms in there. So that's why I take them out now here of the substrate. If you think it's not humid enough, you can spray a little bit of water, but it should not be excessively wet. Now here's another egg. I'm making the same. I just put it to the wall of the box. I don't place 2 of the larvae of the eggs in one box, because you never know whether in a very young stage they also eat the eggs of other beetles. I thought I have 4 of them. Yeah, that's a nice thing. So let's present this egg also. Some of this stuff. Compress the substrate a little bit. Add some water. So also these 4 boxes with the eggs I will check in around 1 month. But you know, I have some other pieces of wood here, and they also look interesting because they show signs of the digging female. Look, here's a complete hole in this piece of wood, and now I would say we leave the block like that, because we found 4 freshly laid eggs. We found L2 larvae, some of them, but now if we just disturb them too much, could be that there are some more eggs here, and these are difficult to take out, and it's also difficult to not kill the eggs or the very small L1 larvae. But I think there can be more here. Also here there's an entrance of kind of a hole where she probably laid some eggs inside this block. We will go back to this block in around 1 to 2 months, and then we will definitely see how many larvae she has produced until now. You also see here there are some holes in the box where she has where she went down to the bottom of the box where there is a clay, so that she stops here and she thinks about positioning their eggs in the wood pieces they lay here. This is oak from oak, and we will see what happens in that material in around 2 months. I want to show you the male also. So where is it? Yeah, here. Look how big this male is compared to the small female. This is a real monster, and that's why it's dangerous to put them together in this stage, because if he's nervous, he can kill the female, and that's what already also happens sometimes. And I will instead present him a little. Instead of his female, I present him a big, nice piece of a watermelon. Dorcus titanus is among beetles a species that lives pretty long. So could be that they live around 1 year or 8-9 months, and that's why we should pay attention to the females, that they are fed very well, that we present them some beetle jellies to refill their energy cells, and because she can lay some more eggs than the ones that we found already now in the box. But chances are good that we find some more, because we already have now 3 L2 larvae and 4 eggs, and we don't know what is in these wood pieces. Thanks for watching. Next video about Dorcus titanus, I would say in around 2 months.